My name is Sean Carlton.
What do you think about yesterday's election results?
Well, I think we're in very interesting times, and I think that Canadians wanted some stability. I think the rise in conservative popular vote is quite concerning in kind of Trumpian times. But I'm happy here in Winnipeg that Leah Gazan won her seat, and am hopeful that she can represent Winnipeg Centre.
My name is Jan Shaw. I was quite pleased with the way things turned out. I was kind of hoping maybe there would be a majority with the Liberals, but they did very, very well considering where they were, 2 or 3 months ago.
My name is Amandeep Ibagat. I feel pretty amazed because, if you follow the trend, from past 6 months, you will see that every pre-poll they're saying there will be conservative government, but yesterday, the Liberals, I don't even know, even they didn't believe that they're gonna win so many seats. I'm from Montreal, and even in Quebec they got so many. They won a lot of seats. It never happened before. And I don't know why is that. It's maybe the Trump effect, they said. But yeah, it's really amazing.
Oh, hi, my name's Kim Shaw. I'm pretty excited about what's happening. I'm glad it turned out the way it did. I'm happy to see someone serious in office that can deal with our neighbors to the south in a serious way.
What does a win like this mean for the Liberals?
Well, I think it's huge for them. I think this is the 4th time that they've won, and I think everyone was thinking the Conservatives were going to win. But I think ever since the Trump issue came up, everybody started worrying about the South and decided to go Liberal.
For Conservative, they had a really good election campaign. Their leader, Polivier, he maybe he's really upset because I think he lost his own seat after 20 years. I don't know what to say about that. It's the sweep, the Liberal, they swept the whole election. I think the main focus, the people in Canada, they were not happy with the Liberals, especially with the Trudeau government, because of the inflammation and the housing crisis and the immigration stuff. But I think they didn't have any other option. Maybe he didn't like the leader or the Conservative, or maybe it's the Trump effect, because the whole narrative changed in last couple of months when the whole we are together nation theory come, we stand with Canada. So I think, yeah.
Well, I think the NDP did lose a lot of seats. A lot of people ended up voting Liberal, afraid that vote splitting would lead to Conservatives. Although that did happen. A lot of ridings ended up having the Conservatives come up the middle and then getting a lot more seats than was projected even on the weekend. Right, a lot of polls were suggesting that this was Liberal majority territory, and it ended up being a lot closer seat-wise. And so I think the NDP has some soul searching to do for sure. How in a moment of economic uncertainty and fear do we have essentially two right parties vying for political power?
Now, it looks like, as of now, it'll be minority government, so I'm curious, what issues do you want to see parties come together to work on?
Okay, I definitely the South. Trump has been a big issue, I think, for a lot of people, and we don't want to be annexed or be the 51st state. So that's my number one concern. But the economy too. People are still struggling with food and housing and stuff, and that all needs to be looked after. And I hope they can all get together, bipartisan, and get together and get some things done.
Especially with the inflation, if you buy one piece of pepper, it's almost $3. That's a lot of money. And even the house crisis, you can see the interest rate going up. If you buy a car, I remember a couple of years, if you buy a new car, you get at 0% interest rate. But now it's hard to get at even 5%. And even the housing, there are more people coming than they are building housing, and a lot of people came to Canada without any plan. The government doesn't have any plan. They just try to invite as people. I don't know why, but now it's all mess. And I hope so that the Carney government do something for the people who come to Canada.
I think the most important thing is we see the parties able to work together with each other on our solid Canadian front, so that we have a solid presence against anything that might be coming our way from the South.
Well, I think one positive part of a minority government is, especially in very polarized times, is it has the opportunity to force political parties to work together. And the threat of American expansionism is real. And in a moment such as that, politicians trying to work together for the benefit of Canadians as a whole, I think could potentially be positive.